Hey, Power Brain, welcome back to Permanent Memory Spare, episode 14, Memory Course 5, the Total Learning Memory Technique. Memory is as easy as pie. Part 2, Pi method. The P, first of all, stands for place. Place. That's where you're going to find a place on the person. It's going to be the first thing that you pay attention to before you meet them. And it's probably going to be the last thing that you see when you say goodbye. It just pops for you. That's the place. The I is imagine. Imagine. Now, what are you imagining? You're imagining the name turn into a picture. Finally, the E in pi stands for entwine. Entwine. Now, what does it mean to entwine something? Entwine means to put together, to wrap together. Entwine those things. And what are we entwining? The place and the image. Place plus image. The place and the image. We are entwining, okay? Okay, so now you know how the pi method works. Let's put it into application with some of our imagined people. Here we go. Okay, so what we're going to do, Power Brain, is this. Remember, the P in pi stands for place. So we're going to look at a young woman. Picture that. We're going to say, what's the place that just pops for you? What's the first thing that just pops for you in your mind? It could be what? It could be clothing. It could be red earrings. That might not be that obvious though. She could be wearing a bracelet. You might like her bracelet a lot. It's a blue bracelet. Imagine that. Okay, so her name is going to be Miss Bracelet. Miss Bracelet. Say it aloud. What's her name? Miss Bracelet. Our next imagined person. Wonderful. As you look at another young woman, what's the first thing that pops for you? What's the place? There could be a number of things. She might wear a necklace. That's wonderful. Lips. Hair. I describe her hair for you. Short ginger hair. Okay. So this is Miss who? Miss Ginger Hair. Miss Ginger. All right. Great. Our next person. And what's the first place? What's the first place that pops for you here? What's the place? A lot of choices here. You have the birds on her blouse. You have a scarf, like a bow, a ribbon, a bow. Let's choose that one. Okay, this is Miss Bow. Miss Bow. All right. Our next person. If you're looking at this gentleman, what's the first thing that pops for you? What's the place? Some people could say, what do you think your place is? Your mustache, your beard, his head. Oh, his head. Okay, so this is Mr. Smooth. Mr. Smooth. Let's take another woman as the next example. Okay, place, What's the place? Can you shout it out loud? Do this with me. It could be her great neck. You notice her necklace, and you could compliment her on that. You could ask her about that. I describe it to you. It's actually a recycling necklace. The necklace. She's wearing one earring. This could be Miss Necklace or Miss One Earring. She's wearing red lipstick. You might love her lips. Picture seeing her lips. Your eyes go right to her lips. I describe them to you. Red lips, red lips. This is Miss Who? Red lips. Miss Red Lips. Okay, our next person. All right. What would you say is his place? You could have his glasses. He's got some muscles. Facial hair. What else? He's wearing a baseball cap. Can you see that? Okay, this is Mr. Cap. Mr. Cap. All right. Our next person. So, power brain, what's the first place? What pops for you? Some people could say it's her smile, right? But what if she's not smiling like an hour later when you're saying goodbye? It could be what? What else could it be? The green eyes? The blonde hair? I think it's the blonde hair. It's Miss Blonde Hair. Miss Blonde Hair. Okay. So that's part one. That's the P, the place. The first thing you do in order to remember people's names is as easy as pie, is to pick the place. Now, the great thing about this is, can you do this before you even meet them? Before you even meet the person across the room, a busy room? You could come up with a place even before you talk to the person. So now that you have the places on our imagined people, what are we going to do next is, we are going to switch it up a little bit, all right? And see if you remember the place, and we're going to ask their name and connect it to that person. Thank you.